Imagine if your feed conversion ratio is high, your production cost also will be high. All right, guys, good day. Welcome to EcoCycle Farm. So at EcoCycle Farm, what we basically do, we convert organic waste into commonwealth. So I've come with an update with a True Talk series that I am starting today on BSF lava farming. I put it to you, any investor or an intended BSF farmer, that BSF lava farming is easily said and done. Not everything you see online are applicable to BSF farming in real sense. Not all research are applicable to BSF farming in real sense. So I believe you guys don't really have the luxury of time to waste like what I've done in the past. So I've learned from experience, and actually experience is not actually the best teacher. So you guys can actually learn from my mistakes. So I'm starting a series today, and I'll be talking about the feed used in feeding your larvas. So that is the first topic in the series that I will be starting today. It will be an intensive series. Uh, we'll be looking at the business aspects of the BSF larva farming. So most farmers out there, they thought that if they just invest in BSF larva farming, they will get their market. They have already ready market waiting for them. But I put it to you, it's not so. Without wasting much time, let's start with what we have today. So we'll be looking first at the organic wastes or the agricultural byproducts you'll be using to feed your larva. Very important. Some farmers or intending farmers thought that they can just wake up and use any kind of waste to feed their BSF larva. I put it to you, when you eventually go into it as either an hobby or a business, you understand that not all organic waste are suitable for BSF larva. So in our farm here at EcoCycle Farm, we make use of agricultural organic waste and agricultural byproducts. Me talking about byproducts, I'm talking about palm kernel cake byproducts. That is they call it here DOC. That's what they call it. Some people call it palm oil meal. Yeah, some people call it that. We also make use of piggery waste and poultry waste. These wastes are what I've worked with. Some people make use of brewery waste, but I'll be actually talking about brewery waste a bit. More of poultry waste, PKC, palm kernel cake, or EKM, palm kernel meal. So let's go into the PKC, the palm kernel cake, or you can call it palm kernel meal. So PKC, each will I say each organic waste or agricultural byproduct used in feeding BSF has their own advantage and disadvantage. So before going into the advantage and disadvantage of any organic waste you'll be using, or the organic waste, the advantage and disadvantage of the organic waste we are using here, I'll be using our own farm, EcoCycle Farm, as a case study. So let's start with the PKC. That is the palm kernel cake or the palm kernel meal. So the PKC is a byproduct from the extracts, the processed palm kernel nuts. That is a processed palm kernel nuts. That is where you get PKC or PKM, the palm kernel meal. So Not it's not all about getting PKC to feed your larva. Some guys out there they um they make PKC look like waste. PKC are not actually waste. PKC are byproducts used in feed formulation, either poultry feed formulation or piggery feed formulation or fish feed formulation. So you can't actually call PKC a waste. PKC is a byproduct, not a waste. You can call poultry dropping a waste. You can call piggery dropping a waste, but PKC is not a waste, it's a byproduct. And PKC is not actually that cheap if you want to use it in feeding your larva. What most farmers don't know out there, larvas, they feed a lot. They break a lot of organic waste. They break a lot of byproducts. I put it to you from experience. You can't use PKC to totally run a commercial farm when you don't have a will I call it a factory that is milling the PKC itself, that is processing this palm kernel nut itself. If the factory is not yours and you want to be going to buy, uh, you can't really achieve more on it if you are on commercial scale. Even if you are a smallholders farmer, you can't really achieve more. So if what people don't actually know too is they don't actually check their feed conversion ratio for black soldier fly larva. If you don't know your feed conversion ratio, you might be running out of loss. You might not even know that you are running out of loss. Black soldier fly, the main purpose of black soldier fly larva is to break organic waste, is to treat organic waste. That is the main purpose of black soldier fly larva. That is the first purpose of black soldier fly larva, to treat organic waste naturally. That is the first purpose of black soldier fly larva. So the second purpose is using the larva to formulate feed for livestock. Imagine your feed conversion ratio for PKC to get a kg of larva using PKC to feed. You are using 3 kg to 4 kg of larva of sorry, pardon me, of PKC to produce 1 kg of larva. Imagine if your feed conversion ratio is high, your production cost also will be high. But this feed conversion ratio for PKC is not always applicable to all PKC, depending on the factory. You know, some factory, they actually extract the whole oil from this nut, leaving the PKC, that is the meal, the processed nuts, the nutrient inside will not have, it will not be much. So if that's so, your conversion ratio depend on the factory, the factory that processed your PKC, your palm kernel nut, sorry, into PKC, the palm kernel cake. So from palm kernel nut, you can also get what we call slush. That one has more oil. Pharmaceutical and all those guys making cream and the rest, they make use of that, but that is very expensive. You can't use that to feed your BSF larva. So in our farm here, we've run several trials, several tests. So I want to give you guys a tip on how we help ourselves to reduce conversion, to reduce our feed conversion ratio to 2 to 3 kg using PKC. So what we'll actually do, I'll be showing you guys, if I'll be going to the place we usually arrange our PKC. and the lava pond. I'll be showing you guys what we usually do there too. So what we usually do, we go to all these guys processing oil. That is the palm oil factory around our locality. So we collect these oil water waste from them. So we use this water waste to ferment our PKC for 24 hours. After fermenting it, what we are doing is introducing more nutrients to the PKC, because if you want to use the PKC just like that, you can even use 5 kg to achieve 1 kg of lava, which will be high for you. That is, it will make your cost of production to be very high. So the feed conversion ratio for PKC depend on the factory you are getting it from. Some factory, they don't actually process everything from it. Some oil are left behind. You know, PKC has some um, percentage of crude protein. From research we've done, the crude protein is from 16% to 35% crude protein in PKC. But depend on the factory. If you are using PKC, depend on the factory. So here in our farm, EcoCycle farm, what we basically do, we use PKC to grow our pupas, to produce healthy and fat pupas, while we use the poultry and piggery waste to grow the larvae that we'll be selling out to farmers. We use that method to control our poultry waste, to treat our poultry waste and our piggery waste. So you can understand the segment. So if you want to invest into BSF farming, or you want to go into it, firstly, what you have to know is your feed conversion ratio. Test your feed conversion ratio. Know how much you are putting in the organic, the byproduct, the agricultural byproduct, or the organic waste you'll be getting. Um, we'll be looking at the nutritional aspect of the organic feed you'll be using for your larvas. That's why I would love you guys to wait to the end of this video, so that you get everything that I'll be talking about. So nutrients really matters a lot in your organic feed or your organic wastes thereabout. Some people make use of um, brewery waste. Some brewery company, they actually extract everything from it, leaving it with chaff and high content, whereby when you introduce this into your ponds, your lava pond, or where you train your lava, you see this the growth are slow. But if you can get the yeast from the brewery company to mix with your waste, you are good to go if you can get the yeast. So talking about that too. So in my place here in Aba, to be precise, Abia State, that is where our farm is located. The brewery byproduct, I will not call it a waste because it's too expensive to call it a waste. It's a byproduct. I call it a byproduct because you can't get waste for that kind of amount. So it's very expensive. That is the disadvantage of it. The other disadvantage of it is it has high moisture content a bit. So, but if you can actually afford it, you can use it for your lavas. Yes. So, one advantage of using PKC is that in 2.5 weeks, you start getting your pre-pooper. That is the advantage of using PKC from our own experience here. But if you are using poultry and piggery waste, just poultry and piggery waste, from my own experience, you can stay for almost 2 months without getting good amount of pre-poopers. Even talk less of poopers. But if you are using poultry or piggery waste mixed with a little amount of PKC and this palm oil waste water, you will get a good result. So I'm giving you guys tips. I want to give you guys how everything works in this series. You understand? So talking about the poultry waste, the disadvantage of poultry waste is that you get a lot of frass, but it's not a disadvantage anyway. The frass is a biofertilizer, so it's not really a disadvantage. The frass is a biofertilizer. So um, we've talked about the piggery waste, the poultry waste, and the brewery waste. So um, one disadvantage of PKC is that maybe when you get a bag, a 50 kg bag, you know the larvae they can't feed on the unprocessed nuts that are inside the bags. So if you filter, you'll be getting 70% of your fine processed PKC, and you'll be getting the nuts like 30%. So from the 50 kg, you can say you'll be getting like 35 kg of PKC that you'll be using to feed your larvae. So all those things are what we've put in place, what we've reasoned and what we've seen that has make us to run our own farm here the way we are doing it. So, and we are getting results. So, BSF larva farming is easily said and done. That is just the truth. Some of these guys that say they'll produce 6 tons of larva, 3 tons, 1 ton. Some of them they don't produce up to 100 kg of larva monthly. I'm telling you the truth. So I'll be in this series. We'll be talking more about we'll be talking deep in BSF larva breeding. There's no master class or anything. I'll be giving you guys full details about BSF larva breeding in this series. So this series I've tagged it True Talk on BSF larva breeding. So in our next video, we'll be talking about the setup. So as you can see here, I'm in my love cage. This is our love cage. So we'll be talking about the setup and the rest in our next video. So do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to share this video. So you'll be updated so you guys can be updated when we post our next video. So thank you for staying to the end, and we have plans of doing giveaway. We'll be giving some poopers out, we'll be giving some eggs out, like a starter package for our active subscribers. So stay tuned and remain blessed. Thank you. Talking about the PKC or the PKM, that is the palm kernel cake or the palm kernel meal. This is how it look like. As you can see it, this one I've not filtered this one yet. I've not filtered it yet. So you can see the fine powder. Inside this fine powder, you will be seeing the nuts that was unprocessed. These one are the nuts. Look at the nuts. So that is what I was talking about. So when you filter, you can get these nuts about like 20% or 30% at most. You'll be getting the fine powder around 70 to 80%. This PKC, PKM, DOC depends on what they call it at your side. So in this series, we'll be dealing more with numbers. We'll be talking about the business aspects as earlier said. So I'll be showing you guys the pre-pooper, the pre-pooper. So this is what pre-pooper look like. For more explanation, pre-poopers are the larvae that have already turned black, but they are still moving. So as you can see this, they are moving out of my hands. This is the pre-pooper. So in case you want to buy, pre-poopers are the ones that are still moving. The poopers are the ones that are not moving again. They are stagnant states waiting to turn fly, to emerge into fly. This pre-pooper. So we got this result using PKC mixed with the oil mixture I told you guys about, the water waste from oil factory, all those women around producing oil in our locality here in Aba. So this pre-pooper, in few days or in the series, I'll be telling you guys how to make this turn pooper faster, that is to be in their stagnant state faster. They don't like to be disturbed. As you can see them, they are moving out of my hand. They don't like to be disturbed. So that is the reason I'll be liking or I'll be loving you guys to subscribe to this channel. We are here to give you guys the best in BSF breeding. You can ask your question via comment section. You can reach us via WhatsApp. We'll be dropping our WhatsApp number. So you can like, subscribe, share this video. That is just what I need from you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm giving details about how to breed BSF larva. So if you are watching this video, this is the best channel for you to subscribe for intensive BSF larva training. What you just have to do is to use your data to watch the video and subscribe and like. We'll be giving you guys hints, tips on how to breed this larva. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Stay blessed and see you in our next video. Thank you.